We're going to be putting a new Flowmaster exhaust catback on the Ram today. We're going to start by unboxing it and see what everything looks like. I'm going to keep these wrapped up, but just look at the size of these exhaust tips. I'm so excited to get this on the truck. It's going to be so sick. So I'm probably going to have to cut this. I think they include enough exhaust pipe for like a quad cab or a crew cab, and this is a single cab, short bed. So it's going to be a little bit of cutting on my end, but we have a saw as well, so we should be fine. Of course, it comes with a sweet sticker. Thank you, Flowmaster. So this is going to be the muffler of the truck. It's way smaller than, once we get into it, I'll show you. It's way smaller than what we have. I think my truck might have a res delete on it already. You'll see here some before and after clips. It's definitely not a stock exhaust, so we're going to get under and find out. Maybe it is. This is going to be the muffler that we're going to put on. Flow Effects by Flowmaster. Super excited. I'm already sweating so bad, and I actually haven't done any work on the truck. I do have it up on jack and jack stands. Just to give myself a little bit more clearance. It's already up off the floor, but I'm a little bit wide, and it's easier for me to get under there when it's up just a few inches. So after getting under the truck, I did notice that it already had a catback on it, actually, a Flowmaster catback, oddly enough. But it goes out, let's turn this around here. It goes out to the side of the truck here. So it comes out the side, and we're looking for a side exit right about here. So it's going to be way closer to the bed as a side exit, or to the door, sorry. And it's all welded. And when I saw that, I kind of freaked out a little bit. But this is why I always like lay things out, take my time and plan, get under, take a look, read the instructions if it comes with instructions. So I just kind of looked, was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. This makes sense where everything goes. And it looks a little bit more cohesive now that I've gotten under the truck and taken a look at everything, and much more confident going into this now. So I know that there's one spot I will have to drill into the frame, which is fine. I've done that before on the Mustang. It kind of sucks and takes forever, but it's doable. It's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna go ahead and get under and start cutting now that we have more of a plan. So go ahead and get the saw hooked up and get ready. Kind of tough to see. I'm not trying to look through the camera and everything, but I need to hit these bolts on this clamp with some PB Blaster. It'll come out. Hopefully. You can see what I'm doing here. There we go. These look pretty rusty, even though this is an Arizona truck. Did go through one winter in Illinois. So if anyone's curious, this is what a winter in Illinois will look like. So hopefully I can get a wrench on those and get those off. But yeah, I'm just gonna spray some PB Blaster in here and hit those when it comes time. But yeah, I'm gonna start cutting this pipe over here. I gotta get these two off, and then take the tailpipes out through the back of the truck probably. So we'll get started on that. Easy peasy like butter. Okay, so got the tailpipes off. Honestly, the hardest part about that was just kind of the position that I had to be in to make the cuts. But now they're done, and you can see this is my tripod, so you can see under there. Now you can see we just got the muffler to take off. So we're gonna get to that next. Then we're gonna start mounting up the exhaust. Everything's going so far so good. Hopefully that PB Blaster worked, and so we're going to just a little bit of a snack. So the inlet pipe, which is this right here, comes out of the Y pipe. Whoever installed that one on the truck, it's fucking on there. The clamp, I can't get it. I can't get a tool on it, which is kind of the biggest issue right now. But because it's Flowmaster, I'm guessing it's probably the same as that one. So this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to leave that on there, and I'm going to cut it where the muffler needs to go on. So in order to get that done, what I have to do is I'm probably going to have to make an initial cut just to get this up there, because this hanger goes where the inlet pipe hangs, kind of right in the middle. But I'm going to mock up the muffler onto the tailpipe here. If you can see, I'm sweating. It's probably 95 degrees out. No air conditioning in this garage, obviously. Mock it up, get it kind of not put up there necessarily, but I kind of want to see where it's going to go. Mark it, make an initial cut, see if I can just get it hung up onto that inlet pipe. I'm guessing it's going to be the same. I haven't measured or anything like that, but it looks the same. It's the same hanger spot, right? So if nothing else, I can try to cut the clamp. I'd rather not do that because that pipe is probably stuck on there too. But I can mock up the muffler and at least see if it'll fit. I'm guessing it's going to, because it's probably the same muffler. It's just way back by the tires right now. So we're going to try that and see what happens. So we're going to get this mocked up. We're just put these clamps on. You want to put them on like pretty loose because you're going to want some play in the pipe. I'm mocking it up, so I'm going to slow them down just a little bit, but you do want to have a little bit of play in it so that you can adjust it where you want it. If you just make it nice and rigid as soon as you get in there, you're not going to have any adjustment, so that it might look like it's not going to fit, but really just needs to wiggle around. Okay, so what we have to do is measure 2 inches on the tailpipe, make sure that it goes into the muffler by 2 inches. We're just going to use a tape measuring sharpie. And the reason I'm kind of explaining, walking through all this stuff that may seem pretty banal, is because I'm a beginner. I'm still learning as I go, and I just want to show that, like, even if you just like working on cars, it's really not that difficult, you know what I mean? They usually come with instructions. They're pretty well detailed, especially when they have pictures. And it's just kind of going slow, taking your time, and making sure you triple check your work. Like, this is 2 inches. I could measure it again, but I'm pretty confident I know how to measure 2 inches. So we're going to go ahead and put this in and see how it looks when we get down in the truck. To my knowledge, there isn't a right or wrong way to put these on. I'm just guessing right now, so bear with me. I'll report back. Okay, so after, I don't know, it's been probably about an hour and a half of hammering, bending, and screaming a lot of cuss words, I finally have this in as far as I need it to go. So it is officially mocked up. Whew, man, that sucked. But what had happened was this pipe was bent a little bit this way, and this pipe was bent a little bit that way. And it's welded on there like that, and so you can kind of see it almost too. Like, they're not perfectly parallel like this is supposed to be, so I had to bend this out pretty far actually. Flowmaster, hopefully you're aware of that with your bends. Everything else looks super good. The welds look great. It's just these were not straight in there, and so I had to really, you can see it's lubed up in there. I had to really coax them into there with a hammer. Just a little bit of persuasion, but it's mocked up, and so now I'm gonna get under the truck. Like I said, I'm gonna have to cut that one spot out, so. Okay, I got the rest of the inlet pipe and muffler off. Again, worst part about that cut was just kind of the position that I had to be in. So last step is to get the muffler hung and then get the last hanger drilled on. Obviously the side exit doesn't use the stock hanger, which is way in the back, so I'm actually going to take the isolators out. I don't need them, and they're going to rattle around probably or fall off, so I'm just going to take them out. Then it's got to get the one spot drilled, and then we are done. Kind of the last step here is just to snug these down, so we're going to slowly get it all tightened up. Make sure that we aren't putting this in a shitty position like the last one was, which is still on there technically. And right before you snug it down, you just want to make sure it's right on the edge, kind of right where the seam would be. There's definitely more than 2 inches in there, because I left more than I needed to. Just snug these down, nice and even. As you start to get it tight, sorry, I'm trying to do this on my phone. As you start to get it tighter, there you go. You just kind of that you want to make sure that it's in there. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to leave these loose, but obviously you don't want to snug it down. So as we snug it down, just make sure that these are appropriately tight. All All right, so the last thing that I had to do was drill these 2 holes. And then they had some thread tapping screws that I used and just used my impact. Got those in there easy peasy. And it's done. And that's what the exhaust looks like now. So we're gonna do a cold start. Get some revs done. So, oh man, I'm fucking drenched out here. I absolutely love how this exhaust sounds. It's not louder necessarily, at least not from inside the cab. But it's way more just aggressive. The other one was just kind of a typical V8 sound. This is way more like racy, like it's more of like an aggressive truck sound versus just like a big V8, you know what I mean? So absolutely stoked with how this install went, despite the snags. It looks sick. I would turn the camera around, but I'm not sure how to do that on my phone because I'm an idiot. I can zoom out. But honestly, super easy install, minus that snag. And even then, like if that had gone easy, it would have been so much quicker and so much shorter. But I'm gonna get some some flybys done so we can get some before and afters. Thanks for watching. So I'm definitely stoked with how this truck sounds. It's going to be a kind of a street drag build, so I was looking for something a lot more racy than it had, which is definitely what it ended up being. It's not like a ton louder in the cab, maybe a little bit because the exhaust is right under me now, but definitely more aggressive than it was, which is exactly what I was looking for. So really happy with it. It was a pretty easy install, like I said. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, which one sounds better, which one you like more. I like this one more, obviously. Maybe I'm a little biased because I just did a bunch of work to do it, but yeah, let me know. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.